Welcome to the West Coast Sauce Podcast. We're out here on the Pacific Ocean chilling like real villains. I'm Garrett here along with Grady. How you doing today, man?
Doing pretty well. How about yourself?
Dude, let me tell you, I am absolutely exhausted. I've been nonstop school and just trying to keep my head above water out here in Vancouver.
Sounds like a great time. I've been busy with school as well.
Oh yeah, what a grind. So, have you been watching the hockey games recently? I haven't been too attentive this past week. I've been trying to keep up with the trades and some of the other stuff that's going on. I've really only caught the Ducks and Chicago game.
I've only watched a couple games. Kind of got busy on Monday watching The Bachelor, and then got some homework to do. But I went to the game last night.
Wait. You got busy watching The Bachelor?
Yeah, dude. It's once a week. You gotta stick to it.
Oh my gosh! All right, what else were you up to? Sorry for
it was hometowns.
Oh yeah.
Just homework, and then went to the game yesterday versus Chicago, and that was a pretty good game.
Yeah, it looked like the Ducks had a lot of energy out there. It looked pretty good, but what was Raquel doing in the corner there?
I don't know. It looked like it was a dirty hit.
Yeah,
we'll see.
You know,
we'll
it's one of those ones
discipline.
where, like, you know, I've played hockey a long time where you just kind of go in and you don't think the guy's gonna like stop the way he stops, and it's just like, oh well, it's dirty hit.
Exactly. And it was a small guy. It was Kajula.
Yeah, that's also true. It looked bad though. He got launched up.
Yeah, and he didn't return. So, I mean, nothing was sent out today saying he has a hearing or anything, but we'll see.
Yeah, you know, Raquel, he's not a dirty player, and I think that will go a long ways, and everybody knows he's not the guy that throws the body around, and plus also exactly. Kajula. Yeah, so the Ducks looked pretty good. The outcome was perfect for me. You know, it's nice.
It was fine.
Very late loss. That way, you know, the fans got to enjoy the game, enjoy some high-action hockey, as well as continuing the tank for Jack Hughes.
Yeah, it was good. At least the fans got a good game, and everyone thought we were at least going to get a point. And then, you know, last 16 seconds, we give it up so we don't get a point, but keep getting lower in the standings.
Yeah, and I got to say, I'm surprised that the Ducks weren't able to ship Ryan Miller for anybody, because he's looked really solid this season. And I'm not saying, like, I wanted the Ducks to trade him, but it would have been nice to see him go to a contender like San Jose, and I know that was brought up a lot.
Yeah, he was supposed to go maybe for like a third or something like that and get a chance at a cup, but nothing happened, and we'll see where he goes next year.
Yeah, and I don't honestly think he wants to leave the Anaheim, LA area anyways. And both of the teams suck, so it's like, what's the point of just going across the city?
Yeah, exactly.
Also, in Ducks news, Brandon Montour got traded this week.
Yeah, big trade.
What do you think of that?
At first it was a little iffy, but I felt like, you know, one of those right-handed guys were going to go. There's a market for them, and the return was pretty good after seeing a couple games with Gould. He's showed some promise and some upside for sure, and then getting a first-round pick in next year's draft, you know, you can't complain about that. Now we got 2.
Yeah, definitely not. We're doing pretty good on picks, and, you know, I will be the first to say that I was definitely surprised when I saw that notification pop up that Brandon Montour was no longer a part of the Ducks, but a part of a very good team in the Buffalo Sabres. And I think that's looking like a solid team for next year, especially after this draft. Who knows what they're going to get out there. Yeah,
exactly. They got a great team up front, and then back in with him, Ristolainen, and Dahlin. So they're set for the future.
Yeah, I'll say if they can re-sign, because they got to re-sign Skinner, right? He's only on the 1 year.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, that's dangerous because he's gonna be asking for money to stay.
Yeah, I mean, you get to play with a guy like Eichel. I'd want to stay.
It's like, come on, the dude went off this season, and he's got one of the better passes. Eichel, he could. What a filthy team! I don't even want to talk about them. They're so far East Coast, like we're West Coast. It's wrecking my mind already.
Yeah, stick to the West Coast.
Yeah, Gouli, he's looked good. He's a big boy. He did have that questionable hit in his first game for the Ducks. I think that was his 24th career NHL game. But other than that, he's looked solid. I think the D pairings have looked better under Bob Murray. I think not only that, but our entries into the zone have looked a lot cleaner under Bob Murray.
Yeah, I can definitely say that they're trying to carry the puck over and get some chances from odd man rushes off the rush. And then, Gould definitely helps out with us carrying the puck up, kind of like what Montour did, but he's kind of doing a little bit more effective, where he's bringing it in, getting a nice pass. With Montour, a lot of those was, he was bringing in, skating it, but it was a shot, a lot of the times missing the net and then just going around.
Yeah. That's one thing I noticed under the Carlisle regime is there was just so many times when the Ducks cleared the zone from dumping the puck in. It was odd. Like, exactly. I remember watching one of the games we had a power play, and literally we had possession for most of the power play, but we broke it in like 4 times, rimmed it around, and it just went straight back out. And I was like, what are we doing out here, boys?
Yeah, they helped the other team out a lot.
You guys played offense and defense. More defense, honestly.
Yeah, it's more of just a dump to get the puck away, not an effective dump to get someone on it.
Everybody loves an effective dump. That's always good.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
Speaking of effective dumps, let's talk about Corey Perry a little bit. I think he's bringing a lot to the Ducks at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, he had a couple of those points. He's obviously gone down a little bit, but just watching him in the game last night, watching him live, he's so strong on the puck. People blast him and here and that, but he's obviously not fast, but just his handling of the puck and his slipperiness and his creativity, he's so good with the puck, and he's more of like a playmaker now. He's had some nice plays and some nice passes.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree. I think he's always been a good playmaker, and it's a harder facet of his to recognize because he plays with one of the better playmakers in the NHL in Ryan Getzlaf.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those difficult things to notice. He's always pushing the zone. He goes off sides a lot, but you can't blame him. He's trying to make stuff happen. Mm-hmm. And that's just it. He gets in those dirty areas. He doesn't seem to care if he gets hit, which is admirable, because he's like, I want this puck to go somewhere else, and I'm gonna go and just put my face onto it. I guess, I don't know. He's just crazy like that.
Yeah, exactly. He had a lot of chances last night where he just drove the net, and he was just his old self, just pestering people in front of the net.
Speaking of driving to the net and pestering people in front of the net, can we again talk about how friggin' good Max Jones is playing, but not scoring?
Oh, man. Yeah, obviously you want to see him get some points. Obviously he deserves it for sure, but just the way he's playing, it's like a true NHLer, a guy that everyone wants on their team. It's like almost Chris Kreider-like, just the way he's so powerful, and he just drives the net. He just such a hard worker, and just everything he does is at 100%. And it's great to see, and definitely bright future for us.
It's 2019, the year of the Hog. We got our big boys doing big things out here in Anaheim. Nick Ritchie's been pretty good for us. Max Jones making an impact. Yes, maybe a little smaller guy, Troy Terry, flying around on the ice, looking good, getting stuff done, pressuring the puck. I like to see it.
Yeah, that line with him and Jones and whoever plays it was Grant and Henrique. It's going to be a good line for sure. But the way they work off each other is so good. They know each other, and they work really hard. Good to see Terry get a goal last night.
Speaking of Derek Grant, and I don't know why I keep saying speaking of, because you're speaking of things, but anyways, Derek Grant, I was really bummed out when we weren't able to get him last year, and I'm really glad he's back. He's an elite first-line center. He's got the snipes. He's got the grit. He's got everything we need out here in Anaheim.
Yeah, definitely like another good pickup. He's so smart positionally in his stick, and the way he drives people off. He just knows the game very well, smarts-wise. It's like another guy that stood out is Rowney. It's like those guys just work so hard, and they know the game. They're just very well positioned, and they just do all the little things that it takes to win. Kind of like how we've seen in previous years, kind of like a Nate Thompson.
Yeah, and you need those guys on any lineup. You need those guys to just come in and play smart hockey, and that's what they do. They don't take a lot of penalties. They don't really do anything extracurricular, I'll say. Like, nothing messed up. They don't really run their mouth. Yeah. Derek Grant might, but, he's a beauty. And, they're just out there supporting the squad, doing the right thing for the team. And I'll say it, I mean, the Ducks are struggling because the players that do special things aren't doing anything special this year.
Yeah, kind of sucks, but, it's kind of coming to that year where we kind of need a top-end talent to kind of hop in and help us to continue the strong play for us. We've always been a team that's expected to make the playoffs, but fans got to realize that there's got to be a time where, yeah, we do have a good crop of young guys, but we kind of need maybe that other piece like a Hughes or someone in that one of those top fours from the draft this year could really help out.
Exactly. And, we're going to get a good draft pick here, hopefully. That would be ideal for the Ducks at the moment, to just get somebody to come in and just kind of make that little extra difference. And I'm not saying we don't already got him. I mean, we got Maxime Comtois ready to go. Yeah. Man, that kid's filthy. I'm on the train already. I've been on the train. Like, honestly, like the year before he was drafted, I was watching him because he was projected to go like top 5 the year before he was drafted. And then,
I don't know why he dropped, but
like I kind of stopped paying attention around the time of the draft because I was like, oh, the Ducks don't have a pick. And then I saw we picked him in the second round, and I was like, or was it the third round?
Second.
No, it was second. It was second. It was like the 50th pick.
It was part of the trade we got for the first and second from Freddie Anderson.
Yeah, and, when I heard that we drafted Maxime Comtois, I was like, wait a sec. Like, is that the same kid that was, like, supposed to go, like, top 5? Because that's gnarly. And I was stoked.
Yeah, he definitely improved.
Yep. So, I was looking on Twitter today. Do you watch the show Impractical Jokers?
Yes, I do.
Did you see Adam Henrique was FaceTiming with one of the
I saw that.
Jokers? Like, what the heck is that? Like, why do all these famous people just, like, have each other's numbers? Like,
yeah, I know, seriously.
Have the Impractical Jokers, have they done stuff for the Devils? Because that would make me insanely jealous if they have.
I just think they're don't they do stuff out of New York City a lot?
I think they're Atlantic City in Jersey.
Oh, okay. That's probably why then.
Anybody listening, don't quote me on that. I'm just a fan of the show. They might go to New York. They might go anywhere. But, they're a bunch of funny guys. I love that show. And it's just, come out to Anaheim or somewhere out here. Do something with the boys.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, we got some of the better prank videos in the NHL with the BX and Kessler stuff that was going on a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that was really good videos.
Yeah, Kessler's really good at making jokes. It's a good thing he decided to make a joke of himself this year.
Yeah, obviously he's definitely on the decline, but, you can't blame him. He had a horrible injury and just hasn't been there. And the NHL is just really kind of flying past his era and his style of play.
Style of play, a.k.a. fighting 19-year-olds and getting KO'd. I don't even know. It's like, dude, if you really have to pick on these kids, you should probably just, I don't know, do something else. Focus your energy literally anywhere else.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, it looks like the games for tonight are wrapping up. The Golden Knights and Panthers are currently in the third period. The Stars and the Kings at the end of the second, with the Kings in the lead 3-2. And the Golden Knights and Panthers are tied at 4. A lot of people up here in Vancouver have been asking the question, is the Canucks playoff push over? What do you think about that?
I think it is. They need their defense is a little bit weak. You wait till next year till Hughes comes in and you see where Yoel Levy's at. They just traded Goodbranson for Pearson.
Yep. So what a steal, by the way.
Yeah, he's a solid winger.
Yeah, Pearson is good, and I know that Vancouver's had their eye on Pearson for a while, and that's kind of one of their guys that they've been looking at. And also, people up here hate Goodbranson, so it's a win for the fans. And, couldn't be more stoked because I'm honestly sick and tired of hopping on Twitter every day and seeing all the local Vancouver guys just be like, hey, the Canucks lost again, just your daily reminder, Goodbranson sucks! It's like, dudes, why? You guys are all crazy.
Yeah.
They're all so funny up here. I love it. But yeah, looks like the Ducks and the Golden Knights play tomorrow, eh?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good game to see. Mark Stone, new Golden Knight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes. That's honestly a good pickup for them.
Oh, that's a great pickup.
That's a good organization. They're not afraid to just go get players, and I respect that a lot because I feel like sometimes the Ducks, are hesitant to go towards the big player, and they'll take the safe player.
Mm-hmm. But
Because,
stuff's worked out pretty well for us. But obviously, you get a guy.
Doesn't
like Mark
Bonino have a
Stone,
cup? No.
Too.
Bonino, doesn't he have a cup? We traded him for
Bonino?
Kessler. Bonino.
Yeah. Bonino has 2. I think,
Dude. We shouldn't have traded him. When we traded him for Kessler, people were like, "Yeah, we got Kessler," and I was like, "We just traded younger Kessler."
We traded a first round pick, and that pick is now McCann, who's the third line center on the Penguins, and he's doing pretty well.
Yeah. Man, I can't even. It's in the past. I can't dwell on that.
Yeah.
It's in the past.
It's fine.
Oh, by the way, let's see. What are the points looking like for the West Coast? The Ducks are currently sitting pretty with 57 points, 64 games played. The Kings right below the Ducks with 53 points. So tonight's one of those rare nights where I'm cheering for the Kings, and they are in the lead going. Looks like they'll hold this lead going into the third. Oh, and it looks like the Panthers just scored on the Golden Knights. Interesting 5-4 game there. I'm pretty sure it's in Vegas. Has to be, because Ducks in Vegas played in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
They wouldn't be like Florida to Anaheim.
Yeah,
That would be
LA.
Ridiculous. But that's
trip
what
for
happens when you play on the West Coast. The NHL is like, oh, sorry guys, you have a road trip. You have to you go to Chicago, you go to Philadelphia, you go to Dallas, then you go to Vancouver, then you're back home, and it's like, bruh, it's like, wait a second.
Yeah. They're not complaining.
No, they can't. Honestly.
Yeah, they gotta. They're 5-star hotels, just living the life.
But then you play in the Metropolitan Division, and it's like, oh, I have to go 25 miles. Oh boy.
Yeah, I have to take the subway.
Oh man. Rough travel day when the Rangers play the Devils. Just so tired, man. Can't
Brutal.
even. Oh, West Coast hockey. Never not gonna love
yeah.
it. All right, so tomorrow, I believe the only Pacific Division matchup is the Ducks and Golden Knights. An interesting one to keep an eye on will be the Avalanche and Sharks. That's going to be a pretty cool game.
Yeah.
A lot of good players, a lot of good offense, a lot of good defense, some good goalies.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Should be pretty interesting. Now, John Tavares. Let's talk about John Tavares.
Oh man, you had a nice welcome back to Long Island today.
Oof.
Fans had some nice chants, some stuff thrown at them.
Yeah, I heard right at the warm-ups, people were throwing rubber snakes on him in warm-ups, and people had jerseys, number 91 Liar, which I mean, you can't blame them.
Yeah.
Especially on John Tavares' part, it's like you can't make bold statements like, I want to stay with this team for my whole career. That's pretty bold, man.
Yeah, for a guy like that, he's a pretty class-act guy, but, he just wanted to go home.
It's just one of those things. You can't make promises you can't keep.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, that's that. And, who won that game tonight anyways?
Islanders 6 or 5-1.
Oh, they were ramped up, eh?
Oh, yeah, they were going.
Tavares, he got an apple, right?
He did?
He did.
I'll have to check on that.
I believe so. Or no, maybe it wasn't an apple. Maybe he was just +1. Started the game. Maple Leafs went up 1-0. Tavares was on ice.
Hyman scored.
Yeah. And then after that, people were keeping track. They were like, oh, Tavares +1. And then it was like, Tavares 0, even. And then it's just, now it's ended 6-1. But people who were at that game were saying it was like a playoff atmosphere in there.
Oh yeah, anytime they go in that arena, I mean they're back and forth from the Barclays and then NASA, but that arena, everyone's going, everyone's on top of each other, everyone's right on top of the rink, and it's a playoff atmosphere every night.
Yeah, and I think the Islanders just are 1 point behind the Leafs. Very interesting.
Yeah, they have a good team. They've been rolling all year.
That being said, I think the Islanders are even in a better position than the Maple Leafs, mainly because they don't have the Bruins or Lightning in their division.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a tough first round for Toronto.
Dude, how many points is the Lightning going to get this year? There's like 18 games left, and they already have 102 points.
I don't know, enough to maybe set a new record.
I think so. Do you even know what the record is? Is it like 119?
I thought it was 129.
Really? Who did that?
Probably from some Montreal team back in the day, maybe.
Back in the day, I don't even think they played enough games to get that many points, did they? Well, if they win every game, I guess. But
yeah, that or a Red Wings.
That is so interesting to me. All this stuff that's going on, and that Lightning team, man. If they don't win it this year,
filthy.
I don't know if they'll ever do it again. I mean, they did it in 06, right?
04.
Was it 04? I thought there was
04, 05 was lockout, 06 Hurricanes, 07
yes.
Ducks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me. I know 07. Oh,
yeah.
It was a good year.
Yeah, that was a great one. And Tampa didn't even make any trades, but speaking of trades, there were some other big trades out there from obviously Vegas, Winnipeg, Nashville, Columbus, Boston, San Jose.
Tell me about them. Tell me what you think's good, what you think is bad, who's the winners, who's the losers.
I felt everyone was a winner, honestly. Every player that went everywhere fit pretty well. I'm looking at a team like Nashville, though. Obviously, they had a pretty decent team, but they added a guy in Simmons who fits their type of play. But then they traded they traded Fiala for Granlund, who I thought was such a great pickup. A 1-for-1. I was kind of surprised, but to add two good wingers like that, I was surprised on Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville, they've been touting one of the best defenses in the NHL for the last 5-6 years. It was always the Ducks or the Predators when you're talking West Coast defense. Now, not so much the Ducks, to be honest. But
exactly.
The Predators, they've been really close. They've really proven themselves in the playoffs the past few years. And if they're going to do it, this is the year they got to do it.
Yeah, it's now or never for sure. And then a team
especially
like Winnipeg.
With Pekka.
Yeah.
They got to get something
insane.
from Pekka. He's exactly.
Pecorine
is Nashville hockey to me.
Yeah, he definitely kept them in some playoff games. Against us, too.
Yeah, oh my gosh, definitely against us. The dude is a stone wall.
Yeah, when Ryan Johansson went down, I thought we had it, but, Pekka had other plans.
Dang it! Pekka!
Yeah. Other teams, though, Winnipeg picked up Kevin Hayes, a nice addition, another winger that they could add, but or center. I think he plays center and wing.
Oh yeah, but these guys play anywhere these days. Unless you're like one of the top centers or top wingers, because you gotta win faceoffs, and a lot of guys, especially on power plays, will play whatever. They'll even play point.
Yeah, exactly. So they added a guy like that, kind of like what they did last year with Stastny. And then, obviously, Columbus made some huge moves, getting Duchesne, Dzingel.
Yeah.
And that was big. Now they're racking up all those UFAs. And you can check me on this. I don't even know if they're still fighting for a spot. So they got to...
Who is that, the Blues?
The Blue Jackets.
Blue Jackets. Oh, okay. Yeah. The Blue Jackets. They're in a playoff spot.
They are? Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's the top 3 from each division, and they are third in the Metropolitan right now, right above the Hurricanes. Did they win tonight? Is that what happened?
I think they beat the Flyers.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. But then again, Carolina plays the Blues, which will be a good game tomorrow. The Blues are currently fighting as well.
Yeah, they're turning it on with their goalie, Binningham. He's been rolling and carrying them.
Yeah, I seriously, I still just want to see a Jets and Predators series, man. That would be sick.
Yeah, like last year. That was insane.
That's good hockey right there. I'm telling you, I'm getting excited for playoff hockey because A, I'm not stressed out about the Ducks.
Yeah,
B,
exactly.
B, there's some really good matchups this year.
Yeah, everyone's
good matchups.
Every team has a chance, so that's gonna be fun to watch for sure. But speaking of some more trades, we had Boston. They got
Boston looking good.
Johansson and Coyle, nice additions right there.
Coyle was a little while ago, but that pickup still is just. I think we already talked about it. That one is just that's a great pickup for me.
He's still got another year on his contract. That was good. And then San Jose picked up Nyquist. They needed one guy to kind of push them over offensively, I felt like, and they went out and did that. And they're looking like a solid team. They got to compete with Vegas in the Pacific, so
yeah.
that was a great pickup.
Like, I wish the Ducks were good enough this year to be there and get some good games in. But at the same time, it's like we're worse than the Oilers right now, dude.
Dude.
That's how
the Oilers are half their team are waiver guys, so that kind of tells you something. McDavid's playing on a line with two wingers that were on waivers last week. So.
Oh my gosh, dude! McDavid's gonna pull a Tavares one day, and Edmonton's just gonna like uncork all their oil wells, and they're just gonna set the whole place on fire. They're just gonna be like, screw it, man. Now all we have is this giant mall that has like nothing but Orange Julius in it.
Yeah. I'm sure Ryan Whitney would love to come back.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Connor McDavid.
It sucks they can't put good wingers beside. They have two top-end centers, and it sucks they can't get good wingers. And
what do you mean, dude? They have Lucic.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Lucic. Yeah, I mean Lucic is a great player. What am I saying?
Just that contract makes me want to go like, oh mama, give me Lucic.
Yes, McDavid centering Lucic and Cassian.
Dude, like, that's bad. I'm not even gonna lie.
They have no one to play him with.
Like, I watch the Ducks pretty much, is whenever they'll play. Like, if I have access to a screen that's connected to the internet, I'm watching the Ducks play. But then it's like, we're not good this season, but I still want to support the boys, see what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't feel as bad for the Ducks as I do for the Oilers. Or not even the Oilers, because screw the Oilers, I'll be honest. I feel bad for McDavid. It's not that hard. I mean, we put Bolesky with Getzlaf. Boy got paid. Now he's in the AHL. Which still surprises me, man. I think he could have found a job somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he was on Boston, but that didn't really work out well. And then he went back when they got Rick Nash, he was part of that deal to go to New York.
I'll tell you what really irks me, even more than, like, I'm bothered that McDavid doesn't have people to play with because, like, he's McDavid, dude. He's so good. But what really pisses me off is seeing the Flames atop the Pacific. I almost threw up just saying that. I'll be honest, like...
That is crazy, but you know how they do in playoffs.
Dude, the Coyotes are in 4th in the Pacific. They're in the wild card spot.
What?
Wait, are they in the wild card spot? They can't be. They're 1 point out of a wild card spot, dude.
They won tonight, so...
Yeah, dude, they just rocked the Canucks 5-1, I think.
Dang, I mean, the Coyotes just have like a bunch of just players just thrown together, I feel like. I mean, Schmaltz is a good player, and he's out, but they've been rolling.
They got a bunch of guys that are trying to prove themselves out there.
Yeah.
Who's their goalie? Is their goalie Ranta?
He's been hurt. They have like guys that a couple guys that just had season-ending injuries, so they're all done.
Yeah, and wait, who's the goalie for the Blues? Who is this guy?
Beaningham. He's a rookie, just ripping it up.
7 shutouts in 18 games? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, seriously.
Is it 7 or is it 5?
I don't know, but it's crazy.
I remember seeing a stat somewhere. I don't know, but I was like, I'm busy with school, so I'm like, I'm more West Coast because, A, I'm usually in class at like 3 or 4 when these East Coast games starts. And then it's like, I come out here and it's like, I really only catch like the Pacific Division games that are like actually Pacific Division, like Pacific Coast teams because everybody else starts at 6. We'll start at 7 or 7:30, which is like, Pacific Division matchup, Ducks home game, Canucks home game. But then it's like the Ducks go out to like Philadelphia, and I'm like just finished eating lunch, and I get the notification. It's like Ducks lost 8-2 to the Flyers, and I'm like, wait, they played, dude? I didn't even set my fantasy lineups. Which honestly, it's like I don't even know. Like I'm trying to tank in fantasy right now. I got plans happening. I'm trying to get like I'm trying to get some crazy stuff in this next
Yeah,
draft.
you're last place.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not far behind though.
Dude. It's not
Because
like
I didn't draft good goalies. I didn't know goalies
you didn't
gave me
read
that
the
many
rules,
points.
did you? You didn't.
No,
read
I
the
didn't.
rules.
I
Yeah,
just hopped
dude,
right
that
into
happened to Dave as well.
I was
It's
hopping
like-
and thinking I was getting all these good forwards, and then I said yes, and then I picked up Allen and Kincaid. So
Oh, dude.
I should have had Bellingham.
Yeah, seriously. No, that's hilarious because like it's not like I don't want to play fantasy. Like I thought I had a good team, and I do have a good team on paper.
Yeah,
It's just
hard. Yeah.
every week I was just getting smoked, and it's
Yeah,
just not
exactly.
fair. It's like even the bad guy beat me, and it was like I played every day that week. It's like you have easily the worst team. Whoever
Yeah,
that
and you
was,
put
and
your
it's like
you put your team in, and there's like every team's playing that night or something, and you have to sit good guys, and those players end up getting you a
Yes.
ton of points.
It's like I think I'll play DeBrincat over like
Oh, it's Phil.
some rando that I picked up to fill a roster spot for the game yesterday. And it's like, well, they're both playing tonight again. Well, I'm definitely going to play DeBrincat. And then it's like, DeBrincat, yeah, he had like one shot on goal, 0.3 points. And then it's like, oh, this other guy got 14 points, first hat trick. And it's like, I hate my life.
Yeah,
Gritty's murder squad is getting absolutely murdered this year. But I had to change my name. I got to change my name again next season.
Speaking of DeBrincat,
He's a duck killer. He's
Yeah, dude.
2 goals last night, and I think he had a hat trick last season against us.
Yeah, I think so. He's filthy.
Dude's
and
like
he got
5'6".
passed up on every team passed him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's hard to. Yeah, it was hard to pass him up. I remember how good he was for the Erie Otters, and I thought we were maybe going to take a risk at him, but we got Jones and then Steele that draft.
Yeah,
He dropped
that-
pretty far into the second.
I think he went 32nd overall
He
in a
did?
30-man draft.
I'll look it up. Yeah, he.
'Cause I remember
looking
it
back,
was like-
he could be a top first rounder for sure.
And I just, it's like people always talking about the size of the kid. Speaking of size, by
he's
the way,
so small.
Pavel Barber on YouTube and stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
And he keeps posting those Ido Iguchi videos.
What is
The
that?
Japanese kid, the little Japanese kid.
Oh,
hockey
yeah,
player.
yeah. Yeah, dude, that
The
kid's
kid's
hands
got
are
filthy hands. But
Yeah.
he's also playing in Japan, right?
Yeah, exactly. He's got all the skill, but
He's 5'1". He's 15 and he's 5'1".
really.
5'1", dude.
Is he going to come over to American play? Is he
he's-
supposed to?
He's barely taller than the net.
Really? He's 15.
Yeah. So that's like what, Bantam? No. That's first
Yeah.
year midget?
I guess 16U. Midget,
I don't
maybe.
even know.
Bantam or 16U, maybe.
Yeah, it depends if he's playing up or not, I guess. But people
Yeah,
were
but-
saying, I can't wait to see him come over to Canada and wreck people in Canada. It's like, he's got good hands. He's a fast player.
Yeah.
But it's like you step in, like, especially in a probably in a Japanese league that doesn't check.
There's so much space. It's like there's more
Dude.
space in a roller game
Did
out
you,
there
like-
in those videos.
I think the video was posted yesterday or something, and it's like they got like a whole soccer pitch of room. Like he's
Yeah,
literally
seriously.
toe dragging around the like offside dot. And it's like, dude, there
Yeah.
was nobody there. You didn't have to toe drag.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't
Yeah,
want
I
to
don't
flame
know
the
how
kid. Like I
it's
said,
fair.
I think he's
Yeah.
very good. He has a great shot too.
Yeah.
But I just want to say to all the people out there saying he's going to come into North American hockey and rock the world, you just got to hope that he doesn't get rocked and get a conky immediately.
Yeah, it's a different kind of play out here when they get more physical, more structure, more position, where he's not going to have all the space to do
Yeah.
all that.
Exactly, and I think the biggest part is closing speed on defensemen and goalies that are actually taller than the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like these Japanese goalies. Like again, I don't want to flame them. I think it's great that people are playing hockey all over the world.
Yeah.
But man, I wish I could have played in Japan. I would have been sick.
Oh, dude, yeah, it looks fun out there.
Yeah, hockey in general, dude. I saw today somebody posted on their Snapchat story they were playing outside, and I was like, yo, sick invitation, and they were like, come on out, and I was like, in class, so I was really bummed.
Was this in Vancouver?
No, it was out in BC. I'll just say that. I don't want to give anything too far away.
Okay.
You know, but it was cool. You know, I'm definitely trying to get out and skate more. I haven't laced the skates in forever, dude. It's been like 2 years. Oh no, not 2 years.
Since
like
our
a year.
skate and Christmas.
Yeah, I think so. Not like Christmas 2018. Christmas like 2017, dude.
Yeah, that was it. That's the last time I skated, and I skated this Christmas too, and that was about it.
How was it skating this Christmas?
Oh, it was awesome. I don't know why. I felt like I was flying.
Dude, that sounds so good. I miss it so much. Just getting out there, letting the lettuce flow, letting the hands get a little soft, you know?
Exactly.
Yikes.
I'm going to get into coaching now, so hopefully I'll be able to put the skates on some more.
I know. I should have brought the blades up here, dude. I think that's where I went wrong.
I know. You could have brought them up.
I could have, but, you know, it's like everything's on like a slight incline here.
Yeah.
So it's like I see people blading and they all have the brakes, and then it's like, oh, dude, I could get those, but then I'd have this dusty ass brake.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not trying to be that guy.
It's like the moms in Newport Beach.
Yeah, seriously. That, and it's like I'll bring my blades up, and by the way, you know, Vancouver has like a very beautiful like place to like skateboard and everything.
Yeah.
So
I've seen that.
I couldn't do it, but it would just eat my wheels, dude. Because it's all pavement.
Yeah,
and not to mention, like, right outside my apartment and everything, it's, like, all gravelly, like, sidewalk, you know, when they put, like, the little rocks in the sidewalk. That's just asking for rubber. It's like, feed me rubber. Give me your wheels, boy. And it's like, oh, my gosh, I can't. That, and I feel like stopping, like, roller hockey stopping in the middle of the street with people around, it's just not safe, man. Yeah. Like, I already skateboard around, and I'm already terrified of skateboarding around people, because A, I suck, yeah. B, I suck. So I just feel like I'll be skateboarding, and some, like, person will be walking with their child, and then I'll just be like, oh, I can't stop, and just kick the skateboard out, and it's gonna hit the child right in the jaw. Like, like, this is why I play hockey. I need my feet under my shoulders. I can't have them twisted around. Yeah. And then it's like, yeah, I snowboard, but when I'm snowboarding, there's not, like, tiny children around just enjoying their day. I mean, there are, but it's like, why are you... And usually, you know, it's like, oh, I'm snowboarding here, kid, get out of the way. And the kid's like, why are you on the bunny slopes? You're, like, 25. It's like, dude, you don't have to do me like that. I'm just, you know, I suck. Oh, man. Looks like the Panthers are going to take this last game here. There's 5 minutes left. It is 5-4. Keep an eye on that one. The Kings end of the second period with the lead. That's very good news for us out here in Anaheim, even though I'm not in Anaheim. Yeah, and I think, you know, there's a lot of interesting stuff happening. I'm liking to see what's happening at the top of the brackets here. Lots of good teams playing. And I'm liking to see this tank, the Ducks tank. Like, I'm enjoying it. I don't know why.
What are we?
I think
we're
it's
in the
because,
top
like,
5.
I think it's just, I'm tired of losing in the playoffs, man. And it's like,
yeah.
But either way, I think this is probably a good place to wrap it up then, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Good old 40-minute podcast. Anything you want to say before we end it off here?
Nope, I think that's it.
All right. Well, we were talking about doing an album recommendation every week. What do you think about that?
Sounds like a great idea.
All right. So, do you have an album for us that you would like to send us off with and be like, listen to this? We got some chill vibes coming your way?
Yeah. So we got Pond. Pond's an Australian band. Right? Yeah. Pond's. I've seen them live. Great band. All the people in their band are part of Tame Impala, Tame Impala is a live band by one guy, Kevin Parker. But Pond just released an album called Tasmania, so go check it out.
You heard it here first. Check out Tasmania by Pond, and we will see you next week on the West Coast Sauce Podcast. Again, I'm Garrett, and This is Grady with me here. Check us out
Later.
on Twitter at West Coast Sauce Pod. And on Instagram as well. You'll find us. We know you will. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be everywhere. Follow us, and we'll see you later. Take it easy, everybody.
Later.